Carson.
And my name is Connor. So we will do 3 games. First one is regular
with poison. The second round will be a new mode called Explosion. You play through as normal, but instead of becoming poison, you become Explosion. When you hit someone, instead of them getting out, you get 1 shot to hit their ball through a wicket. If you do hit them through a wicket, they are out.
And the third game is one I made up called Infection.
Infection is a mode where the winner of the previous round becomes a zombie. So one person is chosen up as the zombie. Everyone goes through, everyone plays as normal, and the zombie goes. If you are hit by the zombie at any time in the game, you are not out, but you become a zombie as well. The goal of the game, if you are a zombie, is to knock out all other players. If you are a survivor, you need to get all the way around. If everyone is turned into a zombie, the person who started out as a zombie wins. But if a survivor makes it through, the first survivor to make it through wins. I know it's a bit confusing, but you'll get it. Without further ado, let's begin the Croquet World Championship 2020! We have yours truly, Connor and Carson. Then we have Grandpa, who is going to be playing as, what color are you going to be, sir?
I don't know.
You're green.
Okay, green.
I'm orange.
Grandma is going to be orange. Dad is going to be black, and Mom is going to be yellow. And ladies and gentlemen, let us begin! Just finished up the first round of the 2020 Croquet World Championship. After a crazy game full of twists and turns, everyone was eliminated until only 2 players were left. Eric, the black team, and Grandpa, the green team. In one amazing shot, Eric takes out Grandpa and becomes the victorious winner of round 1. But don't celebrate yet. We still have 2 more rounds to change, and things are going to get spiced up this next round. The next round, we will be playing Explosion mode. Instead of becoming...
Does he have anything to say? Does he have anything to say?
Well, my years of croquet at Lakeside, Ohio, playing against very difficult competition.
Okay, as I was saying,
to demonstrate you how to hit someone out and when you are poisoned. Aim at the ball you are looking for, mine in this case, and he nicked it, and I am dead if he was poisoned, that is. And then this is what we do to the people that are gone. Yay! Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just completed the second game of the Croquet World Series, and let me just say, it was quite an explosive game. After a lot of twists and turns and some bad misses from Dad, we had a crazy game, and Connor finished off Dad being the winner of the game. The blue team wins round 2. Congratulations. Good, so we have 2 winners so far, Connor and Dad. And now we will have a word from our sponsor, Toby. Seems like the sponsor isn't really interested in our project anymore. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, the final game will be the craziest and most twisted of them all, the Infection game. Connor, take it away. Okay, since I'm the winner, I will choose one of the teams or me to start as the zombie, and they have to try to hit anybody. And once that happens, that other person becomes the zombie, and the other person becomes the zombie too. And Carson, take it away. Okay, as as we said, the zombie actually has to wait 2 turns through. Everyone takes 2 turns, then it's the zombie's turn. When a zombie hits someone, they're out, but they are not completely out of the game. They also become a zombie. As a zombie, your goal is to turn everyone else into a zombie. Now, if everyone is turned into the zombie, the person who was originally the zombie, whoever he chooses it to be, is the winner. But if someone who is a survivor, if they make it through, they win. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be crazy. Let's go! Round 3 of the championship, The Walking Dead. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 3rd game of the Croquet World Series. This game is when we will decide our 3rd winner so they can face off in the final game later. Now, this game is going to be the craziest and most spiced up yet. This game, we will be playing the infection mode. But first, let me catch you up. The first game, we played poison mode. It was a bit crazy, but in the end, Eric dominated and got the win. The next game, we played explosion mode. It was pretty crazy, but eventually everyone went up in flames, except for Connor and Dad. We thought he might get the win again, but Connor powered through and blew up Dad, getting the win. Now, the 3rd game, we will be playing infection. Now, before we start, one person will be picked as the zombie. It has been picked by Connor, the winner of the 2nd game. We will explain what that means in a second, but I will show you. It is on this piece of paper. And the zombie is the yellow team, aka Mom. She has been chosen as the zombie. Now, the rules of infection mode will be explained. And Mom, you can still win as the zombie. It's a good thing, actually. Okay, take it away, Connor. One person is selected as the zombie. In this case, it is the yellow team. Everyone takes 2 turns, and after everyone has taken their 2 turns, the zombie joins the cycle. If you are hit by the zombie, you are out, kind of. If you are hit, you become infected and join the zombies team. If a survivor who has not been infected makes it all the way around the course and makes it to the end, they win. If everybody becomes infected, the zombies win. Mom. All 3 winners will move on to the 4th and final death round of the Croquet Championship. Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, we have just completed the 4th and final death round of the Croquet World Championship. After the 3rd round, we had 3 winners: Connor, Dad, and Grandpa. Here's how the death round worked. Each winner picked a teammate. Me and Connor, Grandpa and Grandma, and Dad and Mom. So, what happened? It was a crazy turn of events. Grandma and Grandpa went on a rampage, and Grandpa got poisoned almost immediately. The odds were not in Dad's favor, and he lost. Yeah. I mean, it would have been cooler if he won. Anyway, so in the end, a crazy shot from Grandpa bounced off the fence and hit Dad, making Grandpa and Grandma the Croquet Championship winners. Come over here, let's gentlemen. Now,
Yay.
ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed our program today. Thank you for thank you for tuning in.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Carson Cusick, the host of the first ever Croquet 2020 World Championship. Today, we are going to be interviewing Rob Cusick, croquet extraordinaire and the winner of the Croquet Championship. But first, a word from our sponsors. This interview is sponsored by Carrots. We're actually all right sometimes if you put other stuff on us. Oh, this is terrible. What? Oh. Anyway, on with the interview. First question. How does it feel to win the first ever Croquet World Championship?
Thanks, Carson. That's a great question. It felt pretty good to win the World Championship, but I've won other big championships before, and I suppose it's getting kind of old at this point, being the best player in the world, but it felt pretty good.
Second question. Who do you think was your biggest competition in the championship?
That's another good question, Carson. I would say, let me see, some of the players that were in it. I think Cheryl Cusick was pretty good, and Brittany Cusick was pretty good. Connor Cusick is an up-and-coming player. Of course, Carson had just beaten me. You had just beaten me in a round just a couple weeks earlier. Eric Cusick, really I wasn't that worried about because Eric's really never beaten me in anything, including putt-putt, tennis, pickleball, ping pong, in his entire life. So for 40 years, he's been unable to beat me. So I really wasn't very worried about him. And probably, Carson, you were the biggest competition because, you know, you're one of the best up-and-coming players, and I have to apologize for trying to hit you over the head with the mallet at the end. I was feeling a little of that stress of having to compete with you, so I'm very sorry.
Third question. How do you think you were able to come back and win the game?
Well, as you know, Carson, I lost the first two games, and a lot of people I think would have given up. But I looked around at the other players in that heat, and I could tell a lot of people were getting tired and hot. And it's really where my outstanding conditioning came in, even at my age of 63 years old. I really take good care of my body, and I think that was really the key in the end. It was my superior conditioning and the weakness of the other players.
Fourth question. What's next for you?
Well, I'm done really with world championships, and I'm going to go on to other planets and try to win some interplanetary competitions on Mars and that type of thing. And I understand that croquet is a pretty tough game there because when you win all the time, it just gets to be kind of an old thing.
And fifth question. What do you think about carrots?
Carson, you know how I feel about carrots. This interview's over.
Don't answer that. They're amazing. Okay, anyway, I hope you enjoyed that interview. Bye-bye.